Hello and welcome to This is Paris, your weekly all-access VIP pass to French super club Paris Saint-Germain. Coming up, Paris are on the road to Brest looking to make it 3 from 3 at the start of the Ligue 1 season.
Le plus important, c'est de mettre plus de buts que l'adversaire et essayer de gagner des matchs, et c'est ce qu'on fait.
The start of the women's first division is just around the corner, and we catch up with the girls in the US of A.
La préparation se passe bien. On continue ce stage avec un deuxième match demain, donc ça se passe plutôt bien.
And then it's time for the moment you've been waiting for, the UEFA Champions League draw, to find out who will play in this year's group stage.
Paris Saint-Germain.
Matchday 3 of the Ligue 1 season saw Paris Saint-Germain on the road to Brest, with Mauricio Pochettino's men looking to continue their 100% start to the campaign. At the Stade Francis Leblay, the capital club was looking for a 10th away match in the league without defeat. That run dated back to January last season. And to do it, Paris welcomed back European champion Marco Verratti to the starting lineup for the first time this campaign, with compatriot Gigio Donnarumma on the bench alongside Copa America winner Angel Di Maria.
Le PSG va donc essayer d'aller remporter ce match pour faire un 3 sur 3. Pourquoi pas le module parfait, 4 sur 4, ça serait bien.
Here comes Mbappe once more. Mbappe tries the little dink into the middle, and the volley comes in and it's shot in! Off the goalkeeper from Ander Herrera!
On a bien débuté, on a essayé
We
de
started
garder le
well.
ballon,
We
de
tried to
faire
keep the
tourner,
ball, move it
d'être
around,
patient,
stay
parce que souvent, on
patient.
essaie de se
Often when we
précipiter, de
try to
partir
move
vite
things
et
too
on prend des
quickly, you can
contre-attaques
get
et des
caught
buts.
out on the counter.
Voilà, on s'est dit, on est patient,
So
on
today we
fait
said,
tourner,
let's
à un
stay
moment donné, ça va
patient,
s'ouvrir et
and at some
voilà,
stage
il y a
things will
Ander
open
qui
up, and
marque
Ander scored,
derrière, et
and that gave us a bit
ça
more
nous a permis
control
de
of the
maîtriser
game.
encore plus le match.
Attention à la remise, le tir de Wijnaldum, la tête. Oh, elle est bien placée celle-là. Oh, c'était pas évident d'arriver lancé comme ça en plaçant le ballon alors que ça traînait un peu dans la surface, et celui qui a cru s'appelle Kylian Mbappé, bien sûr.
A first goal of the season for Kylian Mbappe, a first header in Ligue 1 with Paris Saint-Germain. But Brest refused to lie down and reduced their arrears just before the break.
Kimpembe in front of him, who stays goal side and does well, allows everyone to come back, but that's dangerous. Frank Oliver pulls one back for Brest.
Early in the second half, Paris went back on the front foot, but it took something special from Idrissa Gana Gueye to restore the 2-goal lead.
Gueye. Daí de longe, que golaço!
Fourth goal in Rouge et Bleu for the Senegal international.
It's
true I don't score that many, but I tried my luck from distance, and like last year it worked. It's something I work on regularly in training. Get the ball, tee it up and shoot. So when I got the opportunity in a match, I tried my luck.
Attention à ce centre, Steve Mounier, c'est dangereux. Ah, Steve Mounier marque. Ça permet à Brest de revenir à 3-2.
Malheureusement, encore aujourd'hui, on prend 2
Unfortunately,
buts.
today we
Mais
conceded
voilà, on est
2
encore en
goals, but we're
préparation.
still
Il y a-
getting
il y
up
a
to
des choses à
speed.
faire. Faut
There are things to
continuer de
work on.
travailler.
We need
Le
to
plus
keep
important,
working
c'est de
hard.
mettre plus de buts que
Scoring more
l'adversaire
goals than the
et essayer de
opponent is the
gagner des
key,
matchs, et c'est ce
and we
qu'on
did
fait.
that tonight.
Passa aqui na esquerda, o carro de Moendo. Passa o Hakimi também. A devolução é o Di Maria. Vai ter a chance. Golaço! Di Maria! Gol! Do Paris!
It was a very difficult match. On the counter-attack with Hakimi, I passed to him. He played it back to me with his first touch. A magnificent pass and not at all easy. I saw the goalkeeper coming out and that gave me the chance to lob him. Paris make it 3 wins from 3, courtesy of a second 4-goal haul in as many weeks.
I
think we have to keep going like this. We're playing good football. The other teams always play well against us. We're the ones to beat. We're attacking very well. In defense, we need to improve. The opposition sides are playing well with good players. But that's the only way we're going to get better is by hard work. The Paris Saint-Germain under-17 squad enjoyed a training session with a difference last week.
It's a
special day for us. The end of pre-season and a great opportunity because it's a symbolic moment to come and train on the Eiffel Tower. The aim is also to work hard, with teams competing against each other to climb the first 2 levels the fastest. And then there'll also be an individual speed challenge as well. Normally, the Eiffel Tower sits proudly on the Paris Saint-Germain crest. But early on Wednesday morning, the club's youth academy hopefuls sat proudly atop the Parisian landmark, but only after a grueling morning of running up and down the 1,002 steps to get from the base to the second level of the iconic structure. It was really tough, mentally above all. Hard on the legs, you had to run, endurance. It really wasn't easy. But we did it. And after all that blood, sweat and tears, as a reward, the best view in all of Paris. With just a week before the start of their French First Division title defense, Paris Saint-Germain were in the US of A, Louisville, Kentucky to be precise, to take part in the Women's Cup. After a first solid outing against German champions Bayern Munich, Les Rouges et Bleus were back to hard training, raising the intensity levels ahead of their matchup with local opposition, the Chicago Red Stars. Didier Ole Nicol's side putting the final touches on preparations for their second game of the tournament, but also for the start of the French First Division season, just a week later. Pre-season's going well. We had a first game against Bayern that went well. It was a good game. The training camp continues now with a second match tomorrow, so everything's good. The squad was also bolstered by the return of Canada's Olympic champions, Ashley Lawrence and Jordan Heidemer.
It was an incredible journey with the team, and to bring home the gold medal is just the cherry on top, and it was something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
And as they worked their way back to full fitness alongside the matchday squad, the duo also got to visit the 21C Museum in the team's hotel with founder and curator Steve Wilson. The two gold medalists then joined the rest of the squad to get a little bit more of the local culture with a baseball team, the Louisville Bats. Yes, we also got to go and see the baseball, which was interesting because in France we don't get much opportunity for that. It was pretty cool.
C'était plutôt sympa.
We came out to the field to support the local team, and I got to do the first pitch. I don't know if it was great. I'm definitely going to stick to football because baseball is definitely not my thing.
I don't see the ball.
But the last challenge for Les Rouges et Bleus was on the football pitch against the Chicago Red Stars, as Paris looked to finish pre-season on a winning note. We know this is our final game before the season starts. We need to keep working hard, progressing, so that our understanding and interplay improves. It was important to finish the training camp with a good performance, just 48 hours after the last game. And this match against a typical American side with the Chicago Red Stars. Very physical, very strong, and very fit.
Avec Gueyoro, ouais, avec une belle opportunité. Oh, il n'en faut pas plus. Il n'en faut pas plus à Marie-Antoinette Catoto. Son deuxième but de match dans ce tournoi, 1-0 pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
The attitude was excellent, and the team respected the game plan. We played our football. We were organized when winning back possession and tried not to lose the ball. It was really tough physically, and the girls gave it absolutely everything.
I do think we look ready. Today was really hot, but I still feel like we did a good game, even though there was not so many chances on both sides. But that was because of the heat mostly, I think. But just very happy with the result.
I've been really impressed by the young girls, the squad players, who throughout the pre-season have shown that we'll really be able to count on them this term. The term that starts on Sunday with the first match of the women's first division against Fleury. Coming up, we hit the training pitch ahead of the Ligue 1 clash with Reims. We sit down with defender Abdul Diallo to talk about life at left back.
On est sous le feu des projecteurs.
And we see who Paris will play in the group stage of this year's Champions League.
Paris Saint-Germain.
At the Urdu Training Centre, the club celebrated its recently crowned continental champions, Leo Messi, Angel Di Maria and Leandro Paredes, Copa America winners with Argentina, and Italian European champions Marco Verratti and Gianluigi Donnarumma. But there wasn't much time for the quintet to reflect on their golden summers as the team hit the pitch to continue preparations for a second consecutive away match in the league against Reims. The session was long, high intensity, and under the direction of head coach Mauricio Pochettino and his staff. Abdul Diallo joined Paris in the summer of 2019 and was part of the side that caught the attention of fans all over Europe, heading to the Champions League final in his first season. But thanks to a massive summer recruitment, he now says Les Rouges et Bleus are more than ever in the spotlight. I think all of Europe is focused on us today. Who would have thought that Messi would leave Barca, that Sergio would leave Real? It's crazy. But now, we all have to make it work. We have to play well, on the pitch. We have to adapt quickly, because no one will do us any favors. Now we're under the spotlight.
For
the moment, I'm focused on my objectives. Sure, later in life, I can say I've played with so-and-so or won this or that, played in one of the best teams in the world. That will be a source of pride, but I'll keep that for later. Now I have to do the job on the pitch, do as much as I can, because if I don't, it'll catch up with me and I'll regret it. And so far this season, he's doing it pretty well. The 25-year-old has started every match, and all of them at left back. I'm adapting to my new position, as we say, where I run a lot more, but I like it, and I can be a little more attacking. The more I'm going to play left back, the more I'll play well, the more confident I'll get. Interplay, combinations, it'll all become automatic. That's what it's all about. Playing consistently requires a lot of effort, more understanding of the game, more understanding of your teammates. It's a key position for the coach. I have the impression he puts a lot of emphasis on the fullbacks. He really pushes us, but that's positive. He asked me to be much more offensive than before, so that's new, and I like it.
C'est aussi nouveau, mais c'est pour le mieux. I like to feel a certain serenity, to have a certain confidence with the coach and my teammates. It's where I give the most, and above all take more responsibility. I feel part of the project here. This is where I can give my best. It's the goal of every player to go beyond their limits and then try for a bit more and a bit more. For me, that's the way to be the best always.
Paris Saint-Germain.
The much-awaited draw for the Champions League was held with Paris drawn in Group A with three familiar foes. Les Rouges et Bleus meet Manchester City again, as well as group stage rivals from last season, Leipzig, and the Belgian champions Club Brugge. The group of death, Paris chairman Nasser Al-Khelaifi wouldn't have it any other way.
It is the draw of Champions League. It's the best competition, club competition in the world. It's very high level. So we're not expecting less than this. I mean, we love those kind of matches. So it will be very interesting. It's not easy for sure. Respect to Manchester City, which is a big team, one of the best in the world, so I think it will be an interesting group.
A new Champions League campaign just around the corner. What better reason to look back at last year's breathtaking season? From Manchester to Manchester, from United to City, via Istanbul, Leipzig, Barcelona and Munich, Paris lit up the competition. But like all good stories, the club had to overcome trials and tribulations, and a last-minute winner from Rashford at the Park. A week later, new boy, Moise Kean, scored his first Champions League goals as Paris bounced back in Istanbul. A former Rouge et Bleu youngster, Christopher Nkunku, returned to haunt the capital club away to Leipzig. At the halfway point of the group stage, Paris sat third in the section. We saw that Manchester lost today. It means the group's very tight. The most important thing remains to stay focused on these last three games. In the return match against Leipzig, Paris held on to win by the narrowest of margins, thanks to Neymar. Before they stormed back to the top of the section in the Theatre of Dreams. It's a great win. We really fought hard for this. We knew the importance of winning here on the pitch for the rest of the competition. We did it, and we're very happy. On an also-important night for European football, Paris then confirmed its place in the last 16. We have a very good team, very good individual talent. You just have to put it all at the disposal of the squad. I think me and my teammates want to win, and we're going to fight until we win this competition. Paris Saint-Germain versus FC Barcelona, a classic of the modern era. And on this night in Catalonia, Kylian Mbappe put old demons to rest as he put the finishing touches to a stunning team performance. A hat-trick for the France international and a Moise Kean header, setting Paris on their way. Kylian's hat-trick was magnificent here in the Nou Camp. It's historic for the club and for him. Leading 4-1 after the first leg, Paris weathered an early storm back in the French capital. The big players perform in the big moments. Keylor Navas ensuring Paris went through to the quarter-finals. As I often say, this is the most difficult competition. To get to the final, to win it, you have to play the best. That's what's happening. We're in a tough group, then we faced Barcelona, and now it's Bayern Munich. In a replay of the previous season's final, Paris were looking for revenge against Bayern Munich in the quarters. We always believe in ourselves. We knew we could hurt them. That was the most important thing. You need to fight hard to get big wins, and this was a big win. Paris taking a 3-2 lead back to the park, where Neymar Jr. hit the woodwork no less than 3 times in the first half. Bayern won, but Paris prevailed on away goals. At the final whistle, everything comes out, the screams, the emotion, the joy, and the most important thing, the qualification. In the semi-finals of the Champions League for the second year in a row, Paris were at home against runaway English Premier League leaders Manchester City. Marquinhos gave Paris a half-time lead before disaster struck. They didn't create many chances. Their 2 goals were lucky. The first was a cross, it wasn't even a shot. And the second went straight through the wall. We didn't concede many chances, but they won 2-1. And now we need to win in Manchester with talent and optimism. And so it was on another surreal night for the weather forecasters. Paris took to the field under a sheet of hail. And despite chances, Lady Luck had chosen her camp. It was another remarkable Champions League campaign, though, for Paris Saint-Germain. well and truly placing themselves among Europe's most competitive football clubs. And with the promise of the best still to come. We're gaining more and more experience to help us in these types of matches. You need to know how to play in the Champions League, and we're on the right track. We're getting closer and closer to that taste of winning it. I'm sure we can do it.